Hello everybody, welcome! My name is Ryan. And you know how in Civilization 6, Portugal is the master of trade routes? They get more of them and they're 50% more powerful than anyone else's. Well, it's not enough. It's never been enough. Today, I'm going to break trade routes in Civilization 6 harder than I think I ever have done on this channel before. Oh, just you wait. This game will be ridiculous. In order to break them, however, we need to get started. So, turn 1, and with Portugal, you need to settle on the coast, or at least you do until you unlock harbors, in which case you can settle one tile away, but that's irrelevant. The way I'm looking at this start with all of this rainforest is that either I'm going to go here or there, either side of this delicious fresh water. Tasty. So I'm going to move my warrior here. And it hasn't really shown me anything that's going to change my mind. There are no luxuries here. There is the ability to settle on top of a plains hill, which will give my city center +1 production per turn, compared to if I was on this rubbish flat land there. So go on then. I'll take the bait and move over. We'll go for a turn 2 settle today. As we find barbarians to my north, it's worth pointing out that we're not playing with any game modes. Well, any usual game modes today. There is one game mode on, which you may have seen on this channel before. That's going to make this game very spicy indeed. Now, in order to substantially and perfectly break this game as hard open as I can, we are playing with 17 players today on a huge 12-player map. That means there are a lot of people and not a lot of space. This is a continents and islands map. It can get a little bit packed. It is not worth going for scouts. Trust me, it's just not. I'm going to go for warriors in case I get rushed by the deity AI. It's standard speed. They have a lot of warriors. They are not afraid to use them. And yes, today we are going for religion. It is essential if we were to break these trade routes open as hard as we can. Now, one thing I do love about playing Portugal is one of the abilities that people often overlook, because you're so obsessed with +1 trade route capacity every time you meet a civilization with 50% extra yields. Yes, trade routes. It's why we're here. No, all units receive +1 sight. It's just handy. Look at how much of the map you reveal, how quickly. It's amazing. We love it. Oh look, it's Elizabeth, Queen of Britannia. She seeks only the most noble and stalwart allies. Interesting to note that Elizabeth in this game, well, not only is she starting right next to me, which is fun, but she also has this wonderful ability where any trade route she sends from her nation gets +3 gold per turn, as long as the trade route is to a city-state, and you get 3 gold per turn for every district in the city. It's an ability that is quite powerful, and definitely one where, in theory, if it was stacked with Portugal's ability, would become rather silly. Do you see what I mean about having a lot of starting army, by the way? Yeah, this is absolutely going to be one of those games where having a little bit of starting army is good. Hunza is to my north. Oh look, a game where all of the city-states increase trade route capacity and ability? I'm sure that'll be perfectly fine. If you want to see all of the mods I'm using for this game, by the way, come over to Discord. I've got them all listed out, including all of the user interface mods that I use to make my games run. You'll also note that my capital is being looked after by one of my wonderful channel supporters. They support me on Ko-fi and Patreon. They help me to do what I do. I like to name my cities after them. Thank you again, Mixomatosis. And all the rest of you lovely lot. I would steal that settler, but there is absolutely no way that I will survive it. Or is there? I mean, I am quite injured. That is the only problem here. You know what? I'm gonna go for it anyway. Oh, there's no way I survive this. There is absolutely no way I survive this unless you just fortify because for whatever reason you don't want to attack me. Fine, run away, use the rough terrain. We will abuse the apathy of the AI. We will abuse it horribly. If you're not going to protect your stuff, I'm going to take it. One mod I am using today is loyal capitals. I wanted to make sure that everyone kept their capital. Not for any particular reason, but there is a particular reason I need everyone to keep my capital. We've got a slinger, we have a warrior, but I'm also on a hill in the woods and I'm fortified in my own land. This warrior is not getting through, and this slinger, hopefully my warrior can dispense with that pretty quickly as well. Terra Mirabilis is making all of the wonders in the game do extra things. This Great Barrier Reef now improves sea resources by 1 gold for any civilization that owns this tile. That's interesting. Oh look, did we find it? Where is it? There it is. Well, that's exciting, isn't it? We might have to go and settle that, you know? Okay, I'm being attacked, but the slinger isn't moving for whatever reason. Civ 6 AI. Never change. Never never change. I'm unable to actually put my holy site down anywhere, which is amazing and worrying, but it is amazing, so I should probably clear some land. Bronze working is needed to take the rainforest off the tiles, animal husbandry for the cattle, irrigation for the marsh, and mining for the woods. Let's start with animal husbandry, because I would actually quite like to buy that tile anyway, and we could potentially chop it out pretty quickly. Let's back up my 2 warriors with a slinger of my own. If we're going for animal husbandry, we might as well rush archery. And that is the slinger successfully cleared. Amazing. +1 envoy. And another nation over to my left. Poland. Poland, you seem to have a building called the Sukinica that increases the ability of trade routes. Interesting. We'll remember that later. Samarkand, able to protect trade routes. Oh, that's even better. And here's my stolen settler right by the Great Barrier Reef with some fresh water and some gold under the tile. Oh, it does indeed fill the residents of Porto with joy. Except it isn't Porto. It never has been. Interplanet Janet has some crazy good tiles. Look at this. There must have been some sort of fire. Don't complain. This gives you a huge ability to get a holy site down as fast as I can. Now, I do want to rush a religion, although I don't need to get the first religion. Today, we are not after work ethic, nor feed the world, or choral music, or heaven forbid, warrior monks, or any of the usual ones that AI rushes for. No, we shall do our own thing. Poland is probably going to look at this and say, hey, we want to attack your city. So I should probably keep an eye out for that. Peace with England. Yeah, she's not very happy with me. Understandably so. God, King, and discipline. Why not? And straight to foreign trade. I have some trading to do. Picking up a monument now to get foreign trade as soon as I can. And Russia. Again, one of the abilities that Russia has. The ability to improve your trade routes with science and culture if you find yourself falling behind. Not the ability they are most known for, but a useful one nonetheless. Oh look, it's Mogadishu. Samarkand, Mogadishu. I think I might have got Samarkand confused with Mogadishu earlier, but it doesn't matter. They're all here. They always have been. Loyalty may be a slight problem in my cities, but I've got wine and amber. If we can get some luxuries in, we should be able to just replace this. 2 population and Interplanet Janet will also help a lot. Here comes Poland. I was expecting a warrior rush at some point. Hopefully now we've defeated England in 1 combat. They shouldn't look to attack me again. I'll move my warriors over, but you're never sure. You're never entirely sure. That's a bad flood. Dear oh dear. Not my problem though. Not my problem. Yeah, it's a lot of warriors. It's a lot of warriors indeed. All right, we're just going to pull back to this defendable terrain. As long as I'm fortified in my own terrain, we should be okay. This isn't a hill tile, unfortunately, so it's not quite as strong as my previous one, but it is in my own terrain. That should help a lot. Plus, if Poland does declare on me, there's the declaration. Hopefully, we can get Russia involved to kind of even this out just a touch. No, I can't. I haven't discovered joint wars yet, and neither have they. Never mind. Hold the tile for a second. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We took 45 damage and healed 15 of it. We should be fine to hold just 1 more turn, and that should give me enough to then level him up. Just be brave. Hold there. Hold, I say. Hold. Yep, 2 attacks. We held, and now we have Battle Cry. It's going to be substantially harder to defeat now. My first holy site is now made. It's a lot of people going for religions here. Quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 religions. So I'm going to have to unfortunately rush this one, which is not great considering the fact that war has been declared on me, but never mind. Never mind. We'll see if we can rock this. We might be able to. Oh no, my warrior broke. Oh, I thought he had way more defense than that, but nope. Roland was just able to push through it. Fine. Let's move this warrior back a tile, and we'll go and send this one over to create some salvation. Speaking of salvation, Spain. Spanish trade routes. Imagine if Spanish trade routes were combined in some crazy way with Portuguese trade routes. I know, forbidden, but possible, except the fact that on this particular start, at the moment, there is no such thing as a trade route available. Never mind. We'll crack it in a bit. Don't worry. We'll do it. Urban planning, get in here. I like God King as much as anyone. This is not the time. This is not the time for rubbish like that. I'm too busy panicking right now. Shingati. Well, that's a fun city-state. I don't like trading gold per turn like this, but I'm going to need to because now I have a galley. And this means Interplanet Janet has 32 defense, which is a little bit tougher for the AI to now try and defeat. Just a little bit. Well, Spain and England are at war. How original. I don't think we've ever seen that happen before. Spain and England, so gentle with each other all the time. Time for archery. I think I need a couple of archers. That might help help a lot. I originally thought I was going to be playing this game with more than 20 people, which meant that I had to put more pantheons into the game. So we actually have full choice in this game. This isn't normal Civ. This is a mod that puts infinite copies of pantheons in, so you can basically choose what you want. Look, it's totally balanced, all right? It's absolutely totally balanced. Don't worry about it. I don't want to get something too overpowered, so I'm going to just focus on getting something that actually fits my particular strategy nicely. So it could be really good to get the 3 settler, but I think that is cheating a little bit. We're going to go with Divine Spark. I have 2 holy sites. Now I have 2 more profit points that should help me to get one of these early game religions, because I've never seen this much early game pressure on religion. Not for a long time. We're really having to rush, and I probably only need to get religion number 5, 6, or 7, but at the rate the AI is getting them, I may not even get a religion, which would be ridiculous. Oh look, Samarkand is after me now. Amazing. Oh, that's just perfect to see. That's exactly what you want to see. Go on, leave me be. No, they don't want to leave me be. That's fair. I wouldn't leave me be either as well. I would get involved in this. England is now at war with Poland. Hopefully that helps Poland to realize that this war is just a little bit futile. Poland are just killing their units on my walls. Stop doing that. It is not good for the long-term health of your army. It really isn't. Spain looks like they want to attack me. That's not ideal. Let me just put that out there right now. Not ideal. Definitely in the bucket of not ideal. Agogi is going in for a little bit. We need to build some boats and if we can get some trade routes at some point, but I mean, ultimately at the moment, survival is the most important thing. And as you can see, survival is proving trickier than I would like to admit. I haven't been able to explore with the galley at all, but the galley has definitely held into Planet Janet, and stealing the settler has absolutely helped me to stay in this game. Here is my religion. Again, multiple copies of every religion. We can choose what we want, but today we're going to be going religious community, a religion you've seen me play many times with Portugal and Spain and other trade route based civilizations. Trade routes can be gifted up to 8 gold extra or 12 gold extra if you're Portugal. And I think just to help me to hold in these early stages of the game, because honestly, I'm gonna have to. Defender of the Faith. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we have extra combat strength in my own lands. Go on then. Try me. Try me. I can do a lot of damage now. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. I'm gonna take a risky venture out with my galley. Now that I've got Defender of the Faith, I want to see if there's anyone on the coast. Give me somebody to trade with, please. Please. There we go. St. Petersburg on the coast. Both of my trade routes to this city would be 12 gold per turn. Big news. Really, really big news. Let's get these traders in as quick as we can. That will really jumpstart my economy, which is something that has needed to happen for some time. City of Birmingham. I'm hoping that England cannot hold on to that. We'll see. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Nobody minds as long as I've got my traders. And I've got 5 trade routes unlocked so far because of course I am Portugal. You know what I really like about deity AI? Pieces that are totally unobtainable no matter how hard you try. My military is actually now stronger than Poland's and they're like, nope, nope, no peace for you. And I'm thinking, oh, please. I would really like peace. Don't need a Gogi anymore. Maritime industries. I need a navy. A vast, vast navy, please. And I can see a very large campus appearing in my near future. So let's get Pingala in. I need the loyalty into Planet Janet anyway. Loyal capitals is on in my capital, so I don't need to worry about that. What's going on here? This is a rainforest fire. This is not a woods fire, so I am safe. Probably. Don't worry about it. I'm probably safe. Poland and Russia are in a golden age. Not good for me long term, but we'll handle it. 3 inquiry. Let's try and get the golden age into the next era. Oh, they make peace with England, but not with me. What's going on with that? Just mean. Absolutely mean. 12 gold per turn to a trade route to St. Petersburg. By the end of the game, we're going to be seeing trade routes that beat this substantially. So just remember this moment, the founding moment of my first ever trade route. Just remember how sweet that moment felt, because let me tell you, there's going to be plenty more. There's going to be absolutely plenty more. Elizabeth is not happy that we don't have trade routes between our nations. Hey, why don't you just, put a city on the coast and then we will have trade routes between our nations. It's not that hard. Gazagamu. Oh, look, a city-state that helps you when you have lots of gold. Sure, that won't be broken at all. Archer with garrison. Yeah, the defenses of my city, now that I've got my religion, are substantially stronger. And here's Mali. Mali, another civ that seems to work really well on trade routes. Wouldn't it be funny if Portugal and Mali's abilities were combined somehow? It's like this game has been absolutely made with every single strong nation who has trade route abilities. No one would be able to harness such crazy abilities, would they? No, surely not. Beginning of the galley rush. I have the gold to afford these galleys now. Let's go up and down the coast and see again if we can find anyone to trade with. In fact, actually, can I trade with Ngazigame? I can. That's another bunch of trade routes. Get these out as quickly as we can. The arrival of heavy chariots is annoying, but it shouldn't ruin my plans here. Hopefully. But I'm sure we'll see in time if that does ruin my plans. Bronze working. Come on, give me iron. I do have iron. In fact, I've got 2 sources of iron. This one can't be worked, but there is iron, which is fantastic news. Okay, well, let's just rush for iron working. If I can take over England, I absolutely will. Madrid isn't on the coast. That is quite disappointing. Never mind. We'll find a way around that. Oh, my warrior can tank hits from a heavy chariot and it's healing every turn. That is unfortunate, isn't it? That's very, very unfortunate. Extra gold on all of my traders, because don't forget, it's not 4 gold per turn, because that would take me to 23.6. No, it's 6 gold per turn, because all of these modifiers are boosted by 50%. It's the trade-off. I can only trade with places that are on the coast, but those give me 50% extra yields on my trade routes, which is just, it's an agreement that I'm happy with. It is a trade-off that works very well for me indeed. Cliffs of Dover. Harbors receive a minor adjacency bonus from cliffs. Helpful. We'll keep that in mind. Madrid is on the coast. I take it all back. And it offers me food and faith. Yes, please. My land has been at war for years now. For years. No one remembers life before the war, yet here we are, enjoying ourselves nonetheless. Mongolia. I seem to remember Mongolia have some very, very strong abilities with trade routes, but no, must be nothing. I'm sure there's nothing too powerful I should be concerned about. Not at all. Samarkand has taken its troops back. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was half of Poland's army. You'd levied them all. Nope, none for you. You don't get to keep any of that. None of that at all. And now I'm going to start picking up some iron. I'm sure we can iron out the details of this war. The Dutch. Culture on trade routes? Yes, sure. Let's add all that to the pot, why don't we? Early Empire. I'm liking all of this gold on trade routes. I'm liking it a lot. And, yep, more routes to Madrid. 55 gold per turn now. Russia's in on my war with Poland, as is England. Here we go. The tide is finally turning. Connoisseur to Pingala. I was on 6 culture per turn. Now I'm on 11. Hey, it all helps, and I can start selling my open borders for gold money. Hey, look, it's what I do, okay? It's what Portugal does. Gold money. My archer now has 45 strength, by the way, with garrison, volley, and defender of the faith. That's a lot of damage. You might want to stop attacking me, Poland, just as a little hint for you. Just as a small hint. You might want to stop. It's very advisable that you stop. Brussels. Venice. Venice is another city-state with a lot of trade route benefits. Very good. Mali likes me because I have a lot of gold. If Mali likes you because you've got a lot of gold, you're doing something very well. Because Mali can be a hard customer to please. Cree. Food on trade routes. That's a fun ability. A very fun ability indeed. Horseback riding boosted with some cattle. Does that mean that we're riding the cattle? How does that work? Should we ask? Should we just not ask? Seems like the sort of thing where we shouldn't ask. Hi, America. Yeah, let's exchange information on capitals. That or Washington would be a great place to trade with, I feel. Looks like Samarkand is gonna fall. Unbelievable. Well, fair enough. I didn't expect that to happen. Classical Republic for now. Maybe oligarchy will be handy later, but we don't need it right now. What I would like is a great general. So strategios, in you go. Diplomatic League, Canavassaries, and let's go urban planning. Just for a touch more production. Just a smidge. Just a small amount. 24 gold per turn for a trader to Kagwan. Oh yeah, Samarkand is gone. It has been taken by Russia. Dear oh dear, that's not good. I liked that city-state. It was a fun city-state. Another 24 gold per turn. We're up to 131 now. It's a fun amount. It's an amount I enjoy quite a bit. Eye of the Sahara. Oh, that's a fun find. Every city I find on the coast is another opportunity to trade. Though I think I've actually found the range limit on my trade routes, which is interesting. Oh well, we'll keep on exploring. We'll keep on finding new people. Every person I find is another trade route and someone else that I could be trading with. You'll see that I'm working on my shrines. This is to make sure that all of my trade routes are on absolute maximum gold per turn, which they should be very quickly. It all stacks with Portugal. Buying iron from England. That's going to really not work out badly for them at all. Don't worry about that. It's probably fine. Just to show you what that does, both of these are identical routes to St. Petersburg. One is going from Interplanet Janet, another is going from Mixomatosis, but Mixomatosis has a shrine, which means it's making 3 gold per turn more. It should be making 2 gold per turn more from my religion, but I'm Portugal, so I don't obey the rules. Now on to temples. Soon we will have temples. Carthage, an ability to get extra trade routes. I think you can all see where this is going at some point. This is going to start stacking. It's going to start stacking really nicely. I would love it, Russia. Yep, you're still at war with Poland. Please keep killing all of these missionaries. They are heathenous individuals, and I wish to have no part of them. I'm going to ignore you, Elizabeth, because my troops are passing by, and unfortunately for you, they very much do have an interest in your lands because I have gone for oligarchy. Don't need strategos anymore, but cannavasseries is useful. Conscription is useful. Loyalty per turn for cities. That's useful because one of my cities is trying to flip away from me. It's being very annoying. I wish it wouldn't do that, but it is. Actually, Diplomatic League will keep you in briefly because I could probably make things a little awkward. Just a little awkward for Elizabeth here if I took over Hunza. Extra gold for every tile they travel on trade routes is absolutely massive. I get a bit of era score for doing that. We just need one more envoy and we will have them under control. Now, Interplanet Janet, work on a temple, as do you, Mixomatosis. Get this beautiful 27 gold per turn trade route out, and then spend a bit of gold on a great general, and any remaining gold, well, make that into even more traders, because a trade empire is exactly what we need to do. Oh, now Poland wants peace. Gonna quickly have a look and see what that looks like for me, because I don't necessarily want to be grabbing peace if it doesn't suit me. My defense is so easily being held here. So easily being held. I don't need to rush into this, you know? Maybe I do, because I'm about to get a battering ram. No reason at all. Birmingham follows my religion. How's that happened? No idea how that's happened. Don't complain. Poland is still at war with everyone. Fine, I will make peace, but I want your luxury and your diplo. I want everything you're going to be able to give me, actually. Yeah, all of your luxuries. Why not? Thank you. That makes me considerably happier. Oh yeah, wow, look at that. Persia, Nader Shah, again. Do you sense a theme in this game? That's right, another person who has abilities based on trade routes. I'll come back to you later, I'm sure. Extra gold on the trade routes. More gold per turn, 300 now. Yes, keep filling up my nation with glorious yields. Why has England now got 40-something strength in their walls? It's rubbish. Every time I think that I'm just about ready to make an attack, it just gets worse and worse. Fine. Hunza, 313 gold per turn. No, now we're on 400. Well, that's a nice addition. Yeah, look at that increased gold per turn on trade routes. That's a huge bonus. 40 gold from a trade route. Wow. That I like. That I like a lot. Poland is still at war with England. So how do you feel about me joining in on your war? If I give you 20 iron, you'll do it. That seems fine. Or a little bit of gold. Fine. I will declare war on England. Saves me a few grievances doing that, and now we go to everyone that England knows, and we see who we can get involved. Russia's keen, and Spain is keen. So suddenly in the same turn, everyone that England knows has, they've all declared war on her in a single go, which is unfortunate, isn't it? And I'm just gonna do a really silly thing and just buy some tiles so that I can attack with Defender of the Faith. Oh yes, lovely. Lovely. Big damage there. Don't mind me if I just buy more swordsmen. There's gonna be a few of them on the way. I have a lot of gold and I can buy iron. I can buy more troops. There isn't much I can't buy, to be fair. Internal happiness? Maybe that's something I can't buy, but it's worth a good go, you know? City center takes 15 damage. Okay, good to know. Can we take these walls down? Yeah, we can. The swordsmen aren't ideal. They're not the strongest units in the world, but they do work a little bit. Oh, the units they so wonderfully will start to promote and keep themselves alive, and Birmingham is surrounded, just like it should be, and our archer has Defender of the Faith. Our swordsman is now in play as well. In fact, we have a few swordsmen all in play. The world literally cannot stop selling me iron. It's like, hey, do you want some iron? And I'm like, I really don't know if I did. It's like, don't worry, honestly, have some iron. And I'm like, oh, go on then. If you insist, research a Pingala. It's 29 science per turn now. Yes, we are rushing man-at-arms. We need 3 mines to do that, but that's okay. It'll take us some time to get there. Galapagos. I think we're almost in the golden age now. This should hopefully take the walls of Birmingham. Yes, right. We can now attack this city pretty ably. I should have good loyalty on it, but we'll push to Leeds and then, of course, to London, our true target. We have to take London. London is very, very important as an acquisition, which is something I never thought I would say. But here we are. Big drought in Leeds. That's good timing for me. We've just finished the temple. Again, all of our trade routes from Myxomatosis have now gone up by another 3 gold per turn, but it also means we can get ourselves our first apostle, which I'm actually just going to wait a turn because it will appear in the holy site, and that is very much in the danger zone. I've been to the danger zone. It's not somewhere you want to be. In the meantime, instead, do we build a campus first or do we get the harbor? I would quite like the campus because we want to rush the navigation schools as quickly as possible. They're Portugal's unique university and they have a ton of science. They gain +1 for every 2 coast in the city. So this would be another 2 science. This one would be another 1. I think the Barrier Reef counts as coast. It does. Does it count lakes as well? Or lake? Yeah, it does. So we'd have, almost 2 in this one as well. So it's actually a really good building. Plus, there are some scientific city-states that could power that additionally. Let's get that granary working first. We need a little bit more food population in that city just to make it pop. Let's take this city. Let's do it. Yes. Golden Age achieved, by the way. Apostle prayed in now that I've safely popped that unit on the tile. 3 mines. 1 mine there. What other mines can we put down? We could replace some of this wood. That's not a bad idea. 1 builder there. 1 builder here. Oh, I love being rich. All of England's cities just got weaker. Were they running the Bastions card? I'm tempted to believe they were because they've all gone from 40 strength to about 30 strength and I'm not entirely sure why. Again, don't complain, just accept. Birmingham is proving difficult to take, but we will. We should be able to grab it. Yes. And it even follows my religion from the outset as well, which is brilliant. Which gives the rest of my troops time to make their way in. These are all Thresh troops, which are lovely, and we can evangelize. For the first time in a long time, the first thing we're going to evangelize is a building, because I like religious community, and I would like that to do the good work. I think we're going to go for the what for extra science. Rushing really, really good, powerful units is a strong thing for me to do, so let's get that in. As you can see, the route to Madrid was good, but the route to Niani is even better. London, 46 strength. I believe I saw a governor just get popped into that city, so maybe Victor is there. Oh, my scouting ships have just hit that point in the game where suddenly the barbs are everywhere and they're all going to die. Ah, never mind. We met most people. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 people still out there. I'm sure they're all worth meeting. A man-at-arms. England has rushed out a man-at-arms, but unfortunately for England, so have I. I've done exactly the same thing, much as the upgrade. 150 gold. Oh man, imagine if I didn't have all of this money. Oh wait, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The walls are down. Oh no, they're not. The walls are almost down. Gazagamou got killed. Oh, there's a lot of city-states being killed in this game. I'm not sure I entirely approve, but never mind. We can re-up the trade routes. They're not as good as they once were. They're still pretty good. They're still pretty good. Ethiopia, a new player. Honored to meet you. Yes, yes, yes. Exchange information on stuff if you like stuff and things. I shall use all of my gold to buy new traders. And a golden age approaches. We are the model on which I will build the new Russia. Oh, don't worry. I will build my civilization based very much on yours. Don't worry about that. This is a one-way street and I'm looking at you. England is in a normal age. In fact, everyone's in a normal age apart from Russia, Egypt, and Cree. Very good to know. Monumentality. When you have 449 gold per turn, you would hope that you'd be able to do something with that. Let's see if we can. The walls of Leeds are down, and a what has been built in my capital, adding 30 gold per turn. Meanwhile, the loyalty of my favorite city is now absolutely perfect, which means I can get rid of these horrible government policies, whatever they're doing, I'm not sure. Let's get limes in. Conscription is always fantastic, and we'll put charismatic leader in for now, although we need a better card than that one. I'm sure something will pop up in due course. Next up, let's get Magnus. Get you in Mixamatosis. We'll start to print out some settlers now. There's plenty of places to go and settle on this map. Just need to go and actually find them, which we should be able to do pretty quickly. Rome. That's another player. Honored to meet you. Another trade route. Oh, go on then. If you insist, I will have another trade route and a watermill and a monument. Yeah, I'll have it all if you insist, you know, but only because you insist. Well, Congress unfortunately is not powering up melee units. No matter. Let's try and condemn Russia's religion, Eastern Orthodoxy. It might work. And double scientists. The AI normally votes for that one. Extra strength for Catholicism and no admirals. Meh. All right, that's not exactly what I wanted to see, but fine. Let's try the next wave of assaults. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 attacks makes the city. Javara has not only gypsum and a campus and a holy site, but also iron. This is a really good city. That and my favorite city are genuinely pretty powerful, and I like it. I like this a lot. City-state emergency just went through. I think I would have enjoyed attacking Russia for that one, but never mind. England is making peace with people slowly. I can sort of see why they may be doing that. I believe, though, it's going to be a bit late for that sort of behavior. For, you know, I'm sending a new army over, and this army is just as angry as the previous army. In fact, this army's worse because it has catapults. I didn't have catapults before, but I do now. And the boost for feudalism. Hey, it's the double. Actually, let's now go construction into military engineering, and then I can get the trebuchet. Delicious, delicious trebuchet. +6. Yep, I thought this campus next to Great Barrier Reef would be pretty good, and it is. It's exactly as good as I'd hoped it would be. Catapult with the Great General. Unfortunately, we don't have Defender of the Faith in the city. That would have been even better, but these catapults are going to start blowing the walls to bits. Buy more temples. The faith is actually very important. I must keep my religion alive, and Russia is being quite annoying. I'm gonna get another apostle here. Try and start an inquisition potentially. That will help me to keep my religion around. Double catapult though. Oh yes. Walls? What walls? I don't see any walls. I simply see London falling, and yes, well, if you wanted to know what Civilization Conquer mode, or what this did, let me show you. You see, now, with Civilization Conquer enabled, because I have taken the capital of England, I gain all of England's abilities. I can now make a sea dog. I now have the ability called Drake's Legacy, which improves all of my trade routes to city-states, and I have Workshop of the World, which means that I build industrial zone buildings faster, and I make iron quicker, and my military engineers are better. All of that lovely, lovely stuff. Yep, I just gained about 30 gold per turn, and my trade routes to city-states are suddenly very, very good. Can you sort of see the plan for this game? To randomly and comprehensively claim every single ability that can boost trade routes in the game and just put them all into one magnificent playthrough, because that is exactly what I'm going to be doing today. Do we take England out of the game? I think we probably should. Well, Kilburn does. Again, holy site. Campus. England has had a very, very favorable build. I like all of these things. We shall continue improving with what we've got. Sorry, Sheffield. You are next. I'm going to enjoy consuming you. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, The Nickerman, Daddy Bear Todd, Toon General, Capoyobi Virani, The Uncivil Engineer, Lillian, Radiatore, Technology Poet, Poppy Dude, Clibben Thurders, Dayboy91, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixamatosis, MTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Teddy Zursa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Bookaluk 79, Bob Loblaw, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Deja Fu, Kovuwu, Legally Trash, Is This Live, Minnow, Sorted Dutch, Rad Bickley, Shadow of Gaia, Flower Power Bear, Dan Jamo, Buster Blader, Bob Tway, Toddler, Abstract Fun, Slither Alley. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!